What's up, everyone? This is CyberKnight, and today I finally got these in the mail, and that is the brand new Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's starter decks. So, yeah, it took a while to get these in the mail because everything going on in the world, you guys know, I don't really have to say it right, or I get demonetized if I do, which is still dumb. Anyway, these are the Rush Duel starter decks for our main characters for Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's, the brand new series that is out for Japan. I haven't actually seen any of the show yet. I've heard that you can find it, but I was hoping it would be on Crunchyroll or something, but I don't know if it's ever going to be on there or whatever. So, and I have no idea when it's going to come out in English, by the way, too. So far for Rush Duels, there hasn't been any announcement for it to come over to TCG, but, in English. But we do have Speed Duels and they don't. So I guess it's their equivalent to Speed Duels in a way. But I also feel like whenever the anime comes over here, the show comes over here for us, these decks of cards will probably come out as well. Because, yeah, the kids that watch and stuff will want like the main character's cards, obviously. And I don't see them really holding these back for that reason. Anyway, though, of course, you have two different starter decks. The first one is our main character, which is Yuga. Cut Through Seven's Road is the name of this one. There you go. There's the card list. If you can read it, there you go. And obviously I can't read Japanese, that's why I'm having to look at my translations. We also have this one, which is Starter Deck Rook, Explosive Supremacy Dragears. So he's, I guess, kind of the rival and also the friend. Again, I haven't really seen the show yet. I think there's only 5 episodes at time of recording. Something like that. But anyway, I got both of these starter decks from Jakarade.com. Check them out, link in the description. And then also, too, I guess there's some kind of promotion going on for Japan where when you buy them, you get like these deck boxes that you fold together. So I'll put these together here in a second, probably off camera, and just show them to you guys. But I think they're pretty cool. You just put these in there and protect your cards. I mean, it's that thin plastic, but yeah, as long as you don't sit on them, they'll be fine. Because they're not very substantial. Anyway, let's open up, I guess, our main character first. Why not? Go with Yuga. And show you guys everything you get from this, because you, of course, get some holos from this as well. You get your new, I guess, like, Magician, his main card here, if I can get through the tape. These are not random, by the way, either, so I don't really feel bad taking them off camera for a second to open them. You're going to get the same cards. I don't think there's any randomization with this. And there, I think that's our rules. And there's the cards. So first off, we have our rule book, our playmat, everything, as you guys can see just right there. Just like you would see from any starter deck or structure deck that's out, whether it's English or Japanese. So, oh, I actually have it upside down. There we go. So you'll get this. Here's the playmat for the game. And then also, you have like your rules and kind of telling you about the game and how to use the cards. I don't fully understand Rush Duels at the moment because since there hasn't been any word on bringing this over in English yet, I don't know, I just hadn't looked into it too much. So, again, I think they will eventually come over for us. I don't see them holding that back. That's just money sitting there, and Konami knows better. We'll put it that way. They kind of like making their money. And, yeah, let's go through it. So, first off, our main character's signature monster, I guess, for now, and that is Seven's Road Magician. I think he looks pretty cool. It's like this parallel super rare, basically, too, that you get this card as. And you can tell the design is different from a regular Yu-Gi-Oh card. For example, I just so happen to have Needle Fiber next to me. Ignore, I guess, that it's English and this one's Japanese, but yeah, you can kind of tell how the layout has been changed, obviously. And that's how you can tell the difference between Rush Duel cards and just standard Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I don't think you can use them in between games or anything either for that reason. Kind of like with Speed Duels in a way, but we just have like a stamp that says Speed Duel. So, a little easier to tell, and I kind of like that. Although, I'm kind of meh about the new design, but I like how at least you can tell the difference, I guess is what I'm saying. Although, I kind of prefer the original design. Then you actually get some rares from these, by the way, because we have a Windcaster, is it Torna? I hope I'm saying some of these correctly. Obviously, I don't read Japanese. Then, of course, Answer the Demonic Swordsman. Excuse me. Pretty cool looking, actually. Then, of course, we have Hydro Magician. These are all new cards, by the way. And there's going to be older cards that are going to be made as Rush Duel cards. Like we've already seen Blue Eyes White Dragon, Gaia the Fierce Knight, and I think Red Eyes was announced sort of recently. Let's see. For this one, we have a Dark Sorcerer. So you get a few, of course, just like with any starter deck or anything like that. Mystic Dealer. You get a rare and some commons. Kind of funny to see rares in a starter deck too, by the way. Magical Beast, Wolframe, which he's pretty cool looking. Kind of like that design. Also, Spell Archer. A lot of monsters in these. Then, Luminous Shaman. And Stray Familiar, which looks like the cat from Sailor Moon, actually. There you go. One of my friends will like that. And, let's see, Wind Spirit's Blessing. Of course, that's what your new spell cards look like, by the way, obviously. Then, of course, Magical Stream. Another cool-looking one. Also, Dark Liberation. Your rare and then common versions. And then, last but not least, we have Curtain of Sparks. So, yeah. I don't know what all these cards do yet, because, again, I've kind of stayed away a little bit from Rush Duels, but I do want to learn the game because, I don't know, another way to play Yu-Gi-Oh! So, sounds interesting. I don't know. I'm kind of on that where I don't hate it. I'm always okay with some changes. Like, this isn't going to affect the main Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game. I don't know if people realize that. I feel like some people are probably going to be mad and be like, oh no, they're changing the game. No, this is just something different. I don't see them ever changing how Yu-Gi-Oh! Is actually played like that. It makes them too much money to shake it up that much, I would say. So I wouldn't be that worried. There we go. Couldn't get through that tape. But yeah, I don't mind just seeing something a little different. So yeah, again, you have your rulebook up. It's the same stuff, just going with this starter deck. So the only thing that would be different would be the pictures, because you would see the cards from this starter deck, you know? And there we go. Okay. Now, this is Rook's cards. I do like his dragon. It does look cool. Rush Dragon Dragears. I think he's designed pretty well. Then, of course, after that, we have Gravity Press Dragon. Get a few of those. Then, of course, Fire Guardian. Dragon Knight of Darkness. Another cool looking one. I think I would go with this starter deck, honestly, because I like all the dragons. Dragolite. Kind of giving me a little bit of a Kaiba feel to him, but I think he's more of the friend rival thing. In between, you know. Twin Edge Dragon. Then, of course, Dragon's Priestess. Dragon Bat. That one's pretty cool looking. Actually, I like that. Like the moon behind it. I don't know. That's pretty cool artwork. I like how they look a little bit more realistic in Rush Duels. Does that make sense? Phoenix Dragon. Then, of course, Palm-Sized Drago. Then, Dragonic Pressure. And 5 Dragons Heat Flash. Of course, too, we have Dragon Encounter. And then, of course, Counter-Offensive Dragon Strike. So, yeah, that is everything you are also getting from that starter deck. It's basically whatever starter deck you want to go with. I kind of think it's the usual theme, though, where it seems like with Rook, just from what I know and what I'm seeing already, it seems like his is more about power, and then Yuga is probably more about strategy. Just like with Yugi and Kaiba, how it was always Yugi was more about strategy, Kaiba, power, because Blue Eyes White Dragon, right? So, kind of gives you that idea, and it kind of feels the same on that, too. But, honestly, again, I like what they're doing with this so far, but we'll see when it's out in English. Let me go ahead and put these together, too, so you guys can actually see what they look like. Alright, and here we go. I put them all together. Yeah, I mean, it's deck boxes like we've seen in the past before. I mean, these really remind me of the ones I've seen from Card Fight Vanguard, where there's thin plastic. They're okay. I mean, the designs are cool on them, but it's very thin. You can put your name at the bottom of these, too. But if you try to crush it, it would not take any effort. So, I would rather use some kind of, like, official deck box, Ultra Pro, something like that that's a little bit tougher plastic or, like, a harder, like, resin kind of deck box. But if you're going to be careful with these, just kind of want something to display them in, or even put them in this, and then in a more substantial case, it can work. But I wouldn't use these at a tournament because, seriously, I mean, I don't want to mess these up because I like them, but you could crush this with no problem at all. It wouldn't take any effort. So just remember that. It's more of a cool little collector's thing, and I like it for that reason. I mean, at least they're thrown in with the decks for that. But yeah, other than that, I would not bring that to a tournament. So what do I think of Rush Duels? What's my final opinions on this and everything too? Alright, for me, Rush Duels, it's just kind of another thing for Yu-Gi-Oh! That they're going to try to do. Do I think it's going to do really well? Honestly, not really. I don't think so. I kind of feel like this will be honestly kind of forgotten whenever we get to our next series. You know, if there's another series after Sevens, which I kind of think there will be, I think it's a fun little idea that will probably go over okay, but I don't really see it going too well, and this isn't going to change, of course, the main way how Yu-Gi-Oh! Is played. I know some people are like angry about this because they're like, you know, I don't want them to change how the game's played. They're not. They're doing an offshoot thing. I mean, now, if they started actually changing the layout and messing with Yu-Gi-Oh! The main game, I would feel differently. I'd be more like, no, I'm not a fan of that. But since it is something different, I'm okay with it. I like seeing them try some new ideas and something different, and I'm always a fan of a company doing that. I don't want it to be the same thing because it's going to be stale after a while. So, and I'm glad too that this was kind of the option instead of getting a new form of summoning this year too, because I was honestly not looking forward to a new form of summoning from a new series. So let me know what you guys think. Just sounds like a fun way to duel if you want to, and if not, it's something you can pass by. Again, it just mainly depends if we get this in English or not too, if I can really recommend. I don't know. Again, my 2 cents. Your opinion, though, is, you know, your own on that, too. So let me know on that as well. If you love it or hate it, whether it's the new show, Rush Duels, whatever. I'm just telling you my opinion on it. And, yeah, like and subscribe and all that, too. And whenever new Rush Duel products come out, I do plan to open them on this channel as well. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that. And I will catch you guys later. See ya.